Yeah, I mean, the only way we could have made it nicer is make the bow, make the bow into the wand and make it incredibly, incredibly free. Because, I mean, once they get money and they actually find an arrow shop, they're going to be able to have a reusable form of offense inside of these rooms. Saber making good use of pause strats to try to get these keys together. He's going to get them with a bomb and find the staircase in level 1.
And he'll be rewarded with the raft, which opens up 2 overworld spots for him.
Well, not too shabby. I mean, it could be useful, and in the brackets flags, the forced overworld block does get turned back on, so at that point, we're definitely going to be looking for it. We've got a very free Triforce sitting on the floor.
And keys. Saber's not going to test to see if the blue wizards go down to 1 bomb shot. With 1 bomb left, I don't blame him.
Yeah, he, I don't think there's really a decent way to build a count in there just yet. Because we need an enemy that drops, so he can get the bombs back. And while the Vires do, that's a little bit more difficult, I'd have to imagine.
Agreed. As Saber, well, he popped back in, now he's going to pop back out. And he should, if he hasn't already, he should find level 2. Well, no, he's not going to bomb that spot.
It looks like Saber might have actually picked up the Triforce at a level 3 as well as kennedij. But I'm going to have to see his Triforce diagram as he finds the magical sword bomb upgrades in the Potions Letter Cave.
Yep, and you're right, he did pick up 3. It was reflected in his pause screen. As Kennedy uses his last bomb, and he'll find our door repair, which... Yeah, and he'll just retry. Don't blame him there one bit.
Alright, so now our runners are... so kennedij had wisely saved that bomb, so he can up a retry back into it. At some point, he's probably going to want to start thinking about setting up a force.
Saber's got to do some fancy footwork here to get past the orange moblins. So he's going to exit the screen and come right back to see if he can get a better pattern.
It looked like maybe he was trying to see that if he could, bomb candle boost past them. Does
Nicely
a really
done.
good job of it, yeah. And finds a door repair. Ooh, kennedij is going to take a ton of damage to find that vanilla level, I think that's 5, is, oh. Well, it's a death trap, but it's also a money-making game.
Not the full result he wanted, but he's not far away, so that won't cost him very much time at all.
Yeah, you can just shuffle the screen and he can go ahead and search underneath the waterfall and be good to go. Saber, meanwhile, has taken to burning the forest and trying to dodge snakes and spiders. Sounds like a really bad vacation in Australia.
Sounds like life in Australia.
Yeah, pretty much. Just add in some kangaroos and other assorted wildlife. kennedij, it's worth noting, has enough health that he can just kind of walk through this, and I'll probably just up an A back out of here to his start screen.
That he will do, and I believe that's the full 25 rupees, the max for the door repair charge.
Oh, that is rude, game. We haven't even seen a large secret yet, I don't think.
We have not. I think it's 13 for the small and a decent amount for the medium, 30-something. But you're right, we have not seen a large secret as Saber is checking the any roads.
kennedij is yep, he's amped, he's ready to go, and he actually was up and A-ing in the middle of, before finding out how big that secret was.
Don't blame him. He's got a lot more ammunition than most runners have in swordless 10 minutes in. I would imagine he's fired up.
Oh yeah, I mean, plus you're playing Crystal Saber, so...
And that's the thing about this field, is that, you know, there's not a weak player in this field. Everyone is very good at combat. Everyone knows the game really well. Everyone knows how to maneuver around the overworld. A lot of the races that we've had in the first 3 weeks of Swiss have come down to small details, have come down to execution, have come down to just a simple route choice in a level as the difference in the match. So it's a lot of fun to watch races like these between really good racers. As Saber finds our big secret of 121.
All right, so that almost makes up for the max door repair fee. We found quite a few of the door repairs already, so we might actually get to hang on to some of that money. kennedij explores the Itty roads, but we had two, I think 2 of them were up in Death Mountain. He's going to get his 4th heart out of a Take Any along Candle Row.
That heart will give him a 1 in 3 chance of acquiring the red candle if and when he finds it. The range for picking up the white sword item, which in these flags is the red candle, is between 4 and 6 hearts.
Yes, and knowing the randomizer, it's going to be blocked by a recorder, which is buried deep in that level 8 that we don't actually have to dig, but we're going to have to probably dig anyway.
I'm hoping as we find arrows, that's nice. That's a nice find.
Yeah, that is. kennedij is taking a slightly different path at it here, but as long as he doesn't go ahead and take an overworld death, he should be fine to be picking up his arrows here in a couple minutes. And then we'll probably see these runners actually commit to digging some dungeons as long as they've got arrows for rupees, or rupees for arrows. And I mean, we're 12 minutes in. Saber just needs 3 They both just need 3 Triforces, and we have $12 bombs and an 82 rupee key.
Folks, the meme "the Sabers in 9" is a meme for a reason.
Yeah, he actually had to take off for personal reasons. He had to take off from the last tournament, but it's been incredibly nice to have him back. All right, kennedij is going to find his $12 bombs using his last bomb, and he's going to go ahead and refill. This is a good idea. You got cheap bombs, you got the money to do it, you might as well. He's only a couple of caves away from the large secret, and then a couple of caves past that, he's going to find the arrow shop.
Speaking of large secrets, Saber just picked up his 2nd large secret that will come close to maxing out his wallet. Now, normally you might think in a seed that has a large secret of 120 or above that runners might consider the blue ring. But A, the red ring is on the coast, and B, with the max door repair charge out there, that probably reduces the likelihood of a blue ring purchase.
And the fact that at the moment, our reusable source of offense, at least on Saber's side, it's going to be arrows, and each and every one of those arrows costs you a rupee, so that's your ammunition.
Absolutely. Another reason, to your point earlier, as to why pretty much after clearing part of Death Mountain here, the next step for these runners may very well be diving dungeons. Now that they can damage pretty much every enemy that they'd find in the dungeon.
Yeah, I think I saw there was one side of, was it 2 that was potentially Gleeok blocked? There was a shutter door in a room with a Gleeok, but otherwise, you know, there were a bunch of things we just didn't see in there. Mainly because we couldn't fully clear the room.
Right, and that one room in a level like 2 where all the bomb walls are supposed to be bombable unless you're bombing down into an old man room or you're bombing into a right side stair room, you should be able to navigate your way around if you have a few bombs.
Well, we have the red candle underneath the Grave Armos, so we actually can get to it as soon as we have enough hearts. This is pretty cool. Now, I mean, we're hoping for all of those Take Any hearts to be somewhere we can actually get to them so that we can have a cheap, reusable form of offense before we get too far into the seed as Saber finds level 4.
Level 4 up on Death Mountain, he'll take a quick peek and then dip. Nope, he's going to try and pirouette that door, which will not open, and he'll take a peek into level 4, 1 through 4, one of the have smaller dungeon footprints as Kennedy, as you predicted, picks up his arrows.
Yeah, he's got 112 rupees, so he's got plenty of ammunition. I think once he finds the next level, maybe he's just gonna be like, all right, I'm doing this, let's go. Saber, oh, it's a segmented level 4. Saber's gonna find a transport staircase in level 4, which only happens if it ends up being segmented. Blue Lionels are taking 3 arrows each. That's kind of rotten, but they are bomb droppers, so that's good. So this is the point where you have to kind of start weighing your options here as far as money. Those arrows, if you are firing a ton of them, are just going to keep eating away at your pocketbook.
The good news so far in this level is that the enemy set is such that everyone's been vulnerable to arrows, so you can at least make progress even if your wallet may take a bit of a hit.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. We've seen a couple of different levels and we haven't found the whiz robes or I think the dark nuts yet. So I'm wondering if that's going to be the set in either the dungeons we haven't found or level 9.
Quite possible. We haven't seen them on the overworld either.
Yeah, we'd have found them. We've seen enough of the map that, you know, even if they were all gathered in one section, we should have seen them by now.
Well, 8 looked difficult enough at the start. Why not throw some whiz robes and dark nuts in there while you're at it?
Yeah, they might just be all hiding on the other end of that transport staircase and guarding our bow. Thank you. We're being told by chat that apparently there were whiz robes in level 1. That was about the time where we lost the feed, so...
That's right, there was that one room of orange whiz robes in the key room with the dual shooter.
Ah, okay, there we go. Alright, Saber plays a little bit of Find the Bomb Wall here in level 4.
He's also doing a really good job utilizing pause strats to make sure he doesn't get bopped by a boomerang from the blue gorillas.
We're gonna get the compass, which is kind of just gonna point us in the direction of the Triforce, but we don't actually need it as we started with the Triforce here in level 4. Kennedy J is about to find his level.
He's also about to check the red candle with 4 hearts. Let's see if he's able to pick it up.
Oh, the game's too nice today.
Wow.
We have 2 different forms of offense. I feel like we're spoiled.
We do. The one we need to beat Ganon, however, is at large. So there's still hope for a chain reaction seed to find the wand, to find I don't know, the ladder, which allows you to get across, to beat Ganon in a Chevy room. There's lots of possibilities still.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think our favorite like doomsday scenario is always a ladderless seed up until the moment the door into Zelda's room opens and we realize she's in a Chevy.
Seen that before. Thankfully, anytime I've run a casual seed where that's happened, I think maybe the 2 times that's happened, I have had the ladder, but that is the ultimate troll.
It really is, because like ladderless seeds they're kind of rare that you just like, okay, well this is really cool, I've got this ladderless thing going on, and then all of a sudden it's like the game just laughs at you. As it looks like we've got a heart in level 4, so that's going to be our coast heart.
That is slightly good news for Saver. We know it takes 4 hearts to get the red candle, but he doesn't know that. So in his mind, he now has a 2/3 chance of getting the red candle after he exits level 4.
Yep, he's gonna go ahead and pick up the Triforce for a quick out from the dungeon with full health. I like this. He's still got a bunch of stuff to explore, and who doesn't want to do that with full hearts? As it looks like Kennedy J, with that red candle, and the bow, has decided that he's going to go back into level 2. And holy magenta. Makes really quick work of these opening Zols.
Boy, the game has some palette color choices tonight, doesn't it?
It really does, but thankfully Eye Blinding Teal is no longer one of them. Saber's going to go ahead, pick up his red candle, and is gonna, it looks like, finish clearing this section of Death Mountain. There was this blue color that it was like this supposed to be ice blue that on a lot of emulators was just so bright you couldn't look at your own screen for very long.
Oh wow, that's not pleasant. I've had ones where the palette choice makes it so that you can't see the blocks very well. Or the contours of the blocks, and it all just becomes one big foamy blue or green mess.
Saber's gonna go ahead. He has found level 6 up on Death Mountain. He's gonna go ahead and dig it. It makes sense. You need the Triforce out of here, and other than that Dark Nut, the enemy set hasn't seemed terrible.
And he's able to respawn that room and get enemies that he does not need the wand to defeat, which is good because this is a potential push block room.
Looks like level 6 is going to be Trolley. He's probably going to continue taking all the free doors before committing to giving up some of his keys here. Alright, now which way do you choose? You have 3 different key doors.
My preference here is usually the bottom one, on the theory that if I open the one that's further north, there's a possibility that I might get in the room, need to try to bomb south to get into the other locked room, and have it be an old man room and waste bombs.
Yeah, I love bombing in it. It's like all of a sudden it's a dark floor and I'm just going, oh, really? Or, you know, opening the key door. It looks like we're going to have a slight pause here to sync things back up. As Saber decided not to use any of his keys just yet, he went back towards start, but we are going to be ladder blocked in that room unless it bombs down. Bear with us, guys. We're just having a little bit of technical difficulties today.
Middle of the week, the gremlins in the system decided to pop up. Here we go. We're back.
All right, it looks like Saber may be bombed down out of that original room, but somehow he found a workaround as Kennedy J is no longer in level 2 and is in level 1, which we have a map for.
That map is one of those weird #1 foam fingers you get at baseball games?
Yes, I can totally see that. Yes, most definitely. All right, Kennedy's going to go ahead and do a good job of clearing this potential staircase room and find his raft.
He'll keep digging. There are 2 other items for him to get, the floor heart and 1 other item that will be on the floor.
All right, so here we go. We've got some Vires. He's going to continue looking. Again, with this red candle, these rooms are so much nicer than the first time we came through here. Sadly, Safer's going to get shuttered into that room with several dark nuts, a couple of different things, and pancakes. Bubbles. He got stuck in there with Bubbles, too.
That's not fun. He may end up needing to use at least 1 key to explore further, or he may just decide to bail and come back later.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, every runner has their own preference. There are some who would be like, okay, I'm done, I'm gonna leave, and then there are some who like to beat their head into the wall. I happen to be the later, which doesn't usually end up being a good choice. Just depends upon, you know, it's kind of a skill knowing when you need to just leave and come back and deal with it when you can.
I'm in the same boat as you. I hate to leave things hanging. I'm a completionist when it comes to dungeons, and sometimes that comes back to bite me as Kennedy J gets locked into a Gleeok room, but thankfully he can grab just the key on the floor and bail. He doesn't have to worry about a potential item in there.
And it looks like, I thought for a second he was going to go through that key door and show us what was on the other side, but there's probably a workaround where you can bomb up from this next room.
Probably so. Saber's setting up a bomb count to go down into this circle moat room to try to get something, and he's going to pop it out and back in to get a bombable enemy on the outside the moat.
And they are just not cooperating at the moment, which is unfortunate. I'm wondering if it would be worth going and checking that next room down to see if anybody's accessible.
Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do. Meanwhile, on Kennedy J's side, the Vires do not go down to 1 bomb shot, so they did roll up.
Yeah, that means that they're really not going to be very much use for bomb droppers later on. Yay!
Yay! Sorry, go ahead.
I was about to say, we've got great sound and our clocks are all synced up together, so yay, good job.
Thanks to everyone behind the scenes to get that done. I was gonna say, whether you're running swordless or with a sword, finding out that the Vires don't go down to one magical sword hit or one bomb hit is always aw, come on.
Well, looks like Kennedy J is done in level 1 at the moment. And yeah, I totally agree. If they don't go down to a hit from mags, there's just something wrong with that. Kennedy J is gonna hop back into level 3, which means that we didn't see an item in here. Now we were starting the race and our feed got a little cut off, so we never actually saw if he had found anything at this level or not.
Well, it's fairly small level, so we should know one way or the other fairly quickly. That level 3 is... What is that?
I want to say it's the front of like an armadillo. It's like the front profile of an armadillo or the elephant Fanfi from Pokemon.
Okay, I when you said armadillo, that made a lot of sense because I was thinking along the same lines of something that was shelled, that was some sort of like a seashell or something, or maybe like a crab shell.
Yeah, that would make sense. Saber has found a potential staircase here in level 6. He's got to clear the pancake, and then I imagine he might see if this room will shuffle for him to something he can kill without using his bombs. And we have the call in chat that level 6 just looks like a cliff. I kind of agree with you there.
Very inspiring, Cliff, but yes, and that block doesn't push, so that's disappointing for Saber.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. Or, you know, level 6 could almost look like if you go to the doctor's office and there's those weird flags on the outside of the door that, like, show whether the room is available or not. It kind of looks like one of those.
Kinda does. The first thought that popped in my head when I saw it was that, oh, that's the state of Idaho. But I was like, no, that's not how that's shaped at all.
Well, I mean, we just kind of turned it on its head. We turned it on the other side as Kennedy J finds the staircase here in level 3 and is going to get the white sword bomb upgrades. Now,
Maybe
since
not his first choice, but that's something he'll be happy about.
Yeah, it's going to refill your bombs thanks to a nice change by Fred, and it is going to let you know that, alright, level 3, not the dungeon we're looking for.
For those unfamiliar with these flags, in addition to the magical sword bomb upgrade, which we've already seen on the overworld, and that bomb upgrade, there are still 2 old men in the dungeons who will have bomb upgrades for purchase.
Kennedy J gonna go ahead and give us our first raft check, and it looks like we just have a shy old man hanging out on the island. Saber's using door strats against this blue land mode to try and see if this room is going to have a drop. If it does, then he's going to need to kind of find a workaround to get in there. Yeah, okay. Saber has found the Triforce in level 6.
That's an important drop.
Yeah, he's got keys, and it looks like this is going to eat 2 of them, because you need to either... Yep, you got a key down here, and then key to the right. Now, I like the fact that he's going to go ahead and clear this. This is, you know, a common drop room, so maybe it'll give you your key, or hey, bombs are good too.
There's Triforce number 6 already for Saber, less than 30 minutes in.
Yeah, Saber is at the point where he just needs Triforces from 5 and 7 before he is able to enter 9. But since we haven't seen Silvers, and we haven't seen the wand, I highly doubt that we're going to directly go to 9 when that happens.
Speaking of, have we seen 9 yet?
No, not that I remember. And Kennedy J is gonna go ahead and explore some of this level 8. I mean, this makes sense. There are 2 potential items here in level 8. We gotta get really lucky with these nice chill orange land modes to get out of this room. Or use your only key.
Arrows might work there as well, but you've got to be really quick on the trigger and get lucky with the pattern.
Yeah, I mean, he could almost, you could almost candle boost to get the other side of the room and maybe try to get up onto one of those blocks, but it's gonna be difficult. Instead, he's gonna go ahead, eat the key.
Did he try to bomb left out of the start room?
He did. There is a room there, but it wasn't letting him bomb that direction. Because I don't think there's a way to pirouette. Well, there is a way to try to pirouette that on the overworld, but he didn't end up trying it. Alright, Saber goes ahead, takes out the landmos, and is gonna get rewarded with gels. Okay. Now he's looking for. He's been down in this area before. I'm thinking maybe our item is like all the way down in that straight single column section.
Yeah, at the bottom of the L. I kind of understand why he's digging this level. The enemy set's not terrible, and he has the weaponry to do it. And he's gonna find his room right here.
Yeah, he's already no, he's been in this one before. He's got to burn the key and go even further. Oh, look, we got more landmos. Oh, this is good. Alright, thankfully these are the orange landmos who are far more relaxed than the blue landmos that we now see on Kennedy J's side.
They heard us talking about this. Like, oh, hi!
They're
like, talking about us?
Yeah, we wanna be on camera too. Alright, Saber gets access to at least this one more room. Oh man, this had better be a good item because this is a lot of keys that you have to invest into level 6.
Thankfully, at least gets one back. Let's see what this room has in store. It is a potential put. Oh no.
I don't know what the HP of these blue darkness is like, but he's gonna have to be really careful with these 7 bombs.
Maneuvering to try to get these guys to group up. Let's see if he can pull this off.
Kennedy J having the same difficulties over in level 8 in a potential staircase room. He's gonna get at least a bomb wall for his trouble, but he's down to 2 bombs. Now, this is where... Oh, that guy turned at the exact last possible second. That is so rude. Oh no, so close, Kennedy J. But this is where that red ring that's hanging out on the coast would be very nice to... would be very nice to have, is for positioning in a room like this, so you don't end up taking multiple bops and dying and losing all of your progress.
And Kennedy's gonna retry and get his bombs back.
Okay, I like this. He might be... Oh, actually, where are we going? It looks like we're going somewhere else.
Is he gonna try to scroll over to Eastern Death Mountain?
I would assume so. This is kind of the right direction to be going. Saber has also left level 6. I don't think he had enough bombs to get into that staircase.
I think you're right, but at least he knows the path there if he needs to go back.
Yeah, he got sandwiched in between those 2 blue dark nuts, and he didn't end up living long enough.
Kennedy J. Okay, he hadn't done this part of the forest, and then he's probably going to turn this into a candle artifact.
Okay, that would make sense. Though I know he's done at least one section of Candle Row because he found a ticket in there, and that's how he ended up with that 4th heart that got him the red sword. He
did. You're right. So where will he be headed after this?
No idea, but I'm waiting to find out. This will be exciting. Well, apparently we're going to shoot some spiders and take an any road. Oh, there's an any road that goes up to Death Mountain.
This makes sense. Now, where's he headed? Is he headed to Death Mountain? He's deciding. Yeah, Death Mountain is it.
Alright, this is a good play, because as we know, level 6 is, I think, the screen to the right. Nope, it's this one. And bear with us, guys. The internet is doing internet things, so we should have, hopefully, get Saber speed. There we go, moving here any second. Now, I want to say as far as levels we haven't seen yet, 5, 7, and 9.
Yep, those are the ones. 2 of which we know we need. Speaking of 7, there it is.
Yay, there we go. It's a lovely gray color. And by lovely, I mean, you know, it's not painful to look at, and it kind of sets off Saber's very pretty sprite.
My retinas appreciate it. What do we have as far as a map? That, ooh.
I'm gonna say it looks like a griffin, facing to the left. Or like a gargoyle on the top of a bank.
I like that.
But yeah, I was just gonna comment that it's kind of amusing that the wooden items in the randomizer actually end up matching the color palette from whatever sprite the runner is using. So Saber's arrows right now are pink, the bow is pink, the raft is kind of pink.
I'll mind that.
But yeah, in sprite, oh.
Speaking of things we do mind.
Oh, yeah, we don't like that room. Please let us bomb left. Thank you, game. And we have chat saying it looks like a Metroid enemy. Now, I'm gonna have to take your word for that one because I don't really do a lot of Metroid.
Same here, but I have no reason to doubt chat.
And then we have 7 is Frogger from the top down. Now, that's a game I remember being incredibly terrible at.
Easy Frogger. I can get down with that.
Yeah, that was when we didn't actually have that one when I was a kid. We ended up, we played that at a friend's house because we had the NES, and I think it was on Sega, possibly, and they had that one.
Sega was going even further back. Would it have been like Coleco or something?
I have no idea. It was a very, very long time ago, as sadly, the grabbing hands in here are going to make this a really difficult room to try to clear. Our orange Wizrobes, it look like, are taking at least 2 bombs. So Saber only having 2 bombs is trying to get them to kind of cluster up here.
Nicely done with the well-placed shot to get them both.
Oh, look! We get rewarded with a ladder block and more Wizrobes. Thanks, game.
Congratulations, you have leveled up. Now you get to kill more of them.
Yay! It's New Game Plus! Saber decides to go ahead and up an A. He's going to try to go a different direction that doesn't involve the candle block. He's going to wisely set up a bomb count on the old man here.
Smart, knowing what enemies he has available to force a bomb.
Yeah, well, we've got the orange Wizrobes, which is nice. And the Gibdos will definitely drop. Alright, Kennedy J is kind of working his way away from where the Triforce was here in level 6, which, if he goes straight down this far column, it's going to eventually run him into all those key doors that we don't have keys for, I don't believe, and the item, which we didn't get to see in that blue dark nut room.
Right, so Kennedy doesn't know that Saber spent a lot of time in 6, but as you mentioned, given the layout here and given where the item is, it's fairly likely that Kennedy J is going to spend at least a significant amount of time in here. So the time spent by both runners may end up being a wash.
Yeah, now he might take a little bit of a divergence here and kind of do the same thing Saber did, where you try not to go through the key doors if you can help it. But there have been a lot of, oh good, Landmos again, a lot of key doors here in this level 6, and I want to say just to get down into that blue dark nut room that it took 3 keys. There was
I think you're right. It took 3, but there was one room that gave you a key. So it was a net of 2, but you really do need 3.
Yeah, and this one is going to take him in the direction of the Triforce, so we kind of know that this is actually necessary. And if he goes over, goes down, and then ends up clearing those blue landmos like Saber did, then he's gonna find his Triforce. He's gonna clip in, or try to clip into the staircase. Go away, Dark Nut, we're busy.
Meanwhile, Saber ran into back-to-back rooms of blue Wizrobes, and was not having a good time.
Yeah, with only 4 bombs at the moment, we haven't seen a bomb upgrade. That's kind of a little bit hard to kind of keep your bomb supplies up nice and high. Especially since that one is actually not necessary, but you want to try to bomb out the top if you can. imagine.
That's exactly what he was trying to do with the bomb to the right the last time he was there. He was trying to get out, get back in, so he could bomb up top and see if he can get in there, which he can't.
Ooh, we might have some issues here in level 7 that we need a ladder for. Because I want to say there was a moat room to the left of that, maybe, but I could be thinking of the wrong dungeon. It's highly possible.
I think you might be right, but either way, whether it's combat or whether it's lack of a ladder, this may end up being a dungeon that you need to have additional offense before attacking.
Alright, Saber's building up his bomb count again. Really smart idea. You always want to know exactly where in that count you are so that you can hopefully engineer a bomb drop in the middle of clearing this room. Well, they said no. And Saber is going to go ahead and leave this level 7 behind for now. Kennedy J is going to find... So this is the orange landmo room. He's already used one key to get through that door. He's going to get this shutter open, and then I think the next room is the one that gives you a key, but you need a key in order to get into the blue darknet room, which we know is the item here in level 6. At least we're pretty sure, because Saber cleared pretty much all of this level 6.
I think Kennedy has cleared a significant percentage of it as well, so he's going to get the not-so-great news. Meanwhile, Saber's going to go back into 1 and see if he can dig out that second item.
Okay, I kind of like this. He's in a better place than he was before. He's got the red candle for the easy-to-kill enemies like these bats. He's got arrows for anything that's a little bit beefier, and he's got a couple of bombs, so this is a good idea, I think.
I also like it because 2 is also right nearby, and he doesn't have the book out of 2 yet.
Yeah, that would definitely come in handy. And here we go. So we've got access to the blue darknet room. Now, unfortunately, Kennedy J only has 2 bombs. So he's going to go ahead and either go look for a bomb drop or maybe finish some more of Death Mountain. And to answer a question in chat, just got here, how is the seed treating the runners? Well, we had a free bow underneath the Armos item. We had fairly decent money, so we could buy arrows, and the red candle was accessible, sorry. We could actually get to it. So it's not been too terrible. We're just having a little bit of trouble finding the progression in whichever dungeon it's supposed to be in.
Good to find a bomb shop here. Oh, no, he already knew where that bomb shop was, but Kennedy J will fill up to his max of 10, and will he go back and attack that level 6 room at the bottom of the column?
That is such a hard room. Oh, we've got a recorder here on the floor in level 1. So, since Saber actually has all but 2 of the... Oh, hi, Wizards. How are you doing today? We're gonna leave now. Since Saber already has all but the Triforces from levels 5 and 7, that recorder is actually really useful for getting around all of the different dungeons, because now, instead of taking the time for any roads and screen scrolling, we can just whistle.
Exactly, and given that 2 of the more problematic dungeons were on Death Mountain, that will definitely be a nice time save.
So we already know that the item here in level 3 is the White Sword Bomb upgrade, but this is actually going to be kind of helpful for Saber. It's going to be a +2 bomb upgrade, plus it's going to refill his bombs, and at the moment he's only got 3. So maybe we'll see him go back and try to tackle that darknet room in 6 after this. Because if he can get down there with 10 bombs, that would be pretty useful.
He can certainly get back in the area quickly now that he has the recorder.
Yeah, most definitely. He can just whistle on down. Kennedy J, meanwhile, was checking the coast, found his last Take Any Heart. I think it was probably his last Take Any Heart. I know we've seen at least 2 on his side, if not 3.
Yeah, and he hasn't picked up the Coast Heart in level 4. So I think you're probably right.
And this is actually good information here from Saber to be able to enter this Gleeok room that was just to the left of start from a different way. It means we don't need to worry about killing that Gleeok, as long as it doesn't end up being... The only reason that could actually end up being really good to know what's on the floor is if that's a Triforce and you find a compass pointing to it, because it would be your wand, but we can already see the Triforce dot on Saber's screen. Because, I mean, any bit of information like a wand block Triforce is going to tell you that before you get to level 9, you're going to have a wand.
Really good point. And important items can be in 9, so it is possible that the wand is buried in 9.
Yeah, as long as it's not blocking a Triforce in any of the other levels, it could in fact be waiting for us with Ganon and Zelda at the end of the game. Because who doesn't like it when they have to bomb through Ganon's room in order to actually, you know, get their wand?
I had to do it in a practice seat recently. Didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, no, you're always just going, all right, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna do it, but I don't like this. All right, Saber did a safety save. He had a key at that point. So
That's good strategy because of where he is in his rupee count. The option of going out and buying a key absent finding another large secret is not really an option.
yeah, at this point we want to be done with the overworld exploration, but I don't believe we've seen level 5, as we're going to see the map in level 4, and it's Gonzo.
That's Gonzo wearing a bow tie, 100%.
Yes, exactly. It's the top of his bow tie, like, sticking up. Alright, Kennedy J is going to see if he can pirouette that door. He can. That's going to save him a key. Now, this is the cool thing about the flag that shuffles where you enter the dungeon. You don't just have the opportunity to pirouette a door straight ahead. If you can leave the screen and re-enter from the direction of the locked door, it will open that door for you. It's great.
I believe this is the room with the staircase with the item, which will be the coast heart for Kennedy J. As Saber does a very nice Kanana key to get up into this room here.
Yeah, good job.
Oh, scratch that. Nope, this is the transport.
Okay. Well, I mean, I kind of don't think that Kennedy J is going to be upset to see the coast heart. I just, at this point, you're really, really hoping you don't have to figure out how to take that level 8. Or do that blue dark mount room in level 6.
Yeah, I have to believe the runners are holding out hope. They haven't seen 5 yet. We also haven't seen a power bracelet yet.
Or level 9, as Cammy over the Kyar tracker pointed out in the chat.
That's true. That we are looking at the possibility that both of those levels could be overworld blocked somehow.
Well, we've seen one ref spot, but maybe we'll get lucky and 9 will be on the other. Because I don't think...
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't think anybody has done vanilla level, is it 4 that's on the raft spot?
Yep, no one's done the recorder spot either, which is vanilla 7.
Yeah, Saber's the only one currently with the recorder, so that would be kind of cool if he could check that the next time if he in the area.
One room. There it is.
Yep, he's gonna find the so in the smaller levels, if there's a room there, you are pretty much going to be able to bomb into it. One of the few reasons you wouldn't be able to is a right side staircase.
Like that one right there, which also does appear in Vanilla 3. But it can appear in any of the dungeons.
Alright, Saber's gonna go ahead and get his +2 White Sword bomb upgrade, which is gonna give him a grand total of 10 bombs. Kennedy J is gonna find his Coast Heart here in level 4.
Saber does the immediate save, which is smart. Save that refill with the bombs in case what you find here goes south.
Yeah, see, it's a very smart play, as we see Saber's mouse bouncing all over the screen. I really have missed him while he was gone.
Folks, if you've not seen Saver with his Zelda sprite here, you will enjoy when Ganon pops onto the screen in level 9. It's not Ganon. NDJ's back to Death Mountain. Is he going back to 6? No, he's going to 7.
Okay, well, I think this might be his first time. Is this his first time in 7? As Saber's going to go ahead and find his book here in level 2. He's thinking about picking it up because it will make your wand set things on fire, including yourself. But it is usually better to have all of the maps for every single level, especially level 9, right off the bat.
Yeah, the only other downside to having the book with the wand that shoots the fire is that in rooms with a ton of enemies, it can also contribute to lag, but you're right, the benefit of having all the maps probably outweighs that.
Yeah, see, for me, it's usually, oh, I walked into my own fire. Oh, look, I walked into my own fire again. As Saber is gonna go ahead, he's at the point where he's like, okay, I'm gonna go see what I can do in level 8. Now, neither of our runners have been able to find an item in here, mainly because this room is, well, just kind of a pain in the neck.
Saber's doing his level best to manage this on half a heart.
Definitely doing a really good job of not walking into his own fire and not walking into the what's left of the landmo. He's gonna go ahead and get a fairy. Thank you,
Very
game.
nice.
Alright, meanwhile, Kennedy J is doing battle with this Wizrobe-infested level 7. And yeah, I think it is 2 bombs to kill the orange Wizrobes. He's gonna get a very nice clock here.
Nicely done there.
And he's gonna get the same news that Saber did. Now, we haven't been able to find a way around that room there, because we've got an old man who wants a bedtime story. So from what we have seen so far, we haven't been able to get around. There's no transport staircase. There's no bomb wall that takes us any further than that ladder-blocked room with the orange Wizrobes in it. As Saber is making a little bit of headway here in this level 8.
More progress than we've seen in 8. He doesn't want to use that key to go south, but he's going to have to here.
Yeah, we saw this room from Kennedy J, but I think that's the point where he had run out of keys, possibly. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the room that Kennedy J was in, and I want to say he was taking a beating from those dark nuts trying to get through. And the orange landmos, the blue landmos, I don't know that he tried to kill.
Seem to remember him being in this room, but yeah, I think he may have entered from the top rather than from the right.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole heck of a lot he could do with it. As Saber is going to very carefully try bombing these dark nuts and the wall at the same time, which is a good plan. And again, it's worth noting, Saber makes really good use of pause strats to kind of position himself and the... Oh, that clock is amazing. To position himself and the enemies pretty well.
That is really well done, and that is the benefit of pause strats.
Oh, it's worth noting, so Kennedy J doesn't have the recorder at the moment, so this is a potential staircase. So this could maybe be a transport to another level or an item, or absolutely nothing in the game is a jerk. We're gonna go ahead and see if this bombs to the left. It does not. Now is Saber gonna go ahead and give up one of his keys to take that door to the right?
Nope, he's gonna go the long way, or at least try to bomb down here.
Now, I would think, yeah, we've got arrows. It definitely, you could either use safety door strats, which is where there is a small section of this door that you can stand in without the enemies being able to hit you to kill the landmos, even though it takes a while. But he also has arrows, so it's worth clearing this room just to see if maybe there's a floor drop or anything really that's useful. I mean, we're still
he's putting out the fire like, come on guys, come on back. I got something for you.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily know that Landmo. Oh, he left the room with both
Oh,
heads
no!
alive because
Oh,
they
no.
were doubled. They were doubled up. He couldn't see it. It's okay. He's still got the fire. He's gonna be able to get some of them. Kennedy J. It looks like I think that was a bomb shop up on Death Mountain. Yeah,
Yep.
he's gonna go ahead and refill on bombs. Go up to pretty close to his max. Saber gets through that door with the blue landmos. And again, he's faced with the choice of use a key to get to, I think it's just 2 rooms up there. Or maybe try to find another path if this wall bombs.
Yep, well, at least he can get that key if he, and net zero that back. If he, but he can bomb in.
Yay, that's pretty useful. Alright, Kennedy J is leaving level 7, having found the exact same thing that we all did. He is with 9 bombs back in level 6. Now, his path down to that room was a little bit easier because he ended up taking a transport staircase that is on the top half of this dungeon. Well, we found the bomb upgrade guy. Sadly, we can't afford it, but we know where he is.
Now he knows who we are.
And he's being forced to watch Twilight by his, I'm guessing, tween daughters. Alright, Saber's gonna go ahead. He's gonna build up a bomb count on this poor bomb upgrade guy.
I don't blame. Yeah. Why? Oh, now he's got to go do it again. It's like, really watching Twilight? Really?
And we get more mouse shaking frustration.
I too get frustrated when I see Twilight on cable.
I mean, it's everywhere on cable.
It really is, and they made how many of those movies? 4 or 5? The too many is the answer.
Sure. Alright, so unfortunately, it's been so long since we went through this room that we have to actually go ahead and clear it again. As Kennedy J is using, he's using the door strats against these orange landmos. They're behaving pretty nicely, so this should work. Well, okay.
Now he's got to start again. I don't blame him. Once he drifted to the right, he drew the landmos over to him, and then he ran out of room to work.
Well, it's kind of funny. So the mobs in Zelda, the programming-wise, and it's been explained to me a few different times before. There is real Link, and then there's anti-Link. And the mobs in Zelda, you'll notice sometimes half of them are on the other side of the room. They can either target real Link, or they target the mirror version of Link. So at some point, you kind of want them to all go after anti-Link so that you can just kind of, stand back and take them out from a distance.
Interesting. I did not know that. That's really interesting.
Alright, Kennedy J has made it back in the room. He's only got 2 hearts. He's got 9 bombs. So if he is really careful, this is potentially doable. Oh gosh, that bomb just threw that dark net right at him.
You had the right idea. Okay, do another one here and you should be good. Oh.
Let's just make sure you move. Oh man, oh dear. I don't even know how many hits he's got on each of these dark nets.
Need to kill 1 here.
And if they could maybe all kind of get on the same row again, that would be really nice. Just, not the same one that Kennedy J happens to be standing on. Saber has made it a good deal of the way down. Oh, man. Alright, it's okay. We know where there's a bomb shop. We have plenty of rupees. This should be okay. And to answer a question in chat, who's winning and what cookie talk have you missed? Well, so far chat is winning. Our runners got a bow really quickly. We have access to the red candle, but other than that, we have not really found all that much useful thing anywhere. And there hasn't really been cookie talk. But we have 12 rupee bombs, so this is great.
We can fix the cookie talk part. I'm happy to talk cookies anytime you want.
Well, I mean, and yes, and no one has burnt sienna, so we're doing good. Sadly, they haven't actually picked up the red ring that is hanging out off the coast. Saber's going to find... Oh, Spiky, why would you do this? He's gonna go ahead and use the bombs to get back out of this room. He's so deep, or not bombs, arrows. He is so deep in this level 8 that it makes perfect sense that you want to go ahead and get out.
A really tough fight in a shoot room, in a vertical shoot room, and Saber pulled it off really well.
Yep, Kennedy J, meanwhile, looks like he's gonna go ahead and fill up at this fairy fountain. And we get a bomb drop for our trouble, but that's not a terrible thing. Saber was already down to 4 bombs, so that's pretty helpful.
We can access some more rooms that Saber has not been in yet. We'll see if any of these rooms have movable stairs. This is a possibility.
Yeah, this is a definite possibility. We haven't found either of the items here in level 8, so odds are they are going to be hopefully useful as we get our raft check of vanilla level 4. Well, we could buy some meat and make a sandwich. I like that, like, if the seed was a cookie, it would be oatmeal raisin, but you thought you were biting into a chocolate chip.
Oh, reminds me of a meme I saw, a picture of a cat biting into something and making a face, and the caption was, when you bite into what you think's a chocolate chip cookie, but it's raisin.
Yeah, see, the thing is I actually know people that like oatmeal raisin cookies. I don't necessarily agree with them, but, you know. Looks like Kennedy J is also going to join Saber here in level 8. Now, the difference here is Saber has that recorder, and there were a couple of different rooms, like the shoot room down in the bottom, and I think a room earlier that were shutter-doored with a dig dogger in them. So Kennedy J might not be able to get very far again, because he's already been in here once or twice. Ooh, well, we found the first one.
That's an interesting item, considering we haven't seen 2 levels yet.
Yeah, we haven't found level 5 or level 9, and there's a really good chance that it could be power bracelet block, so this could be good for Saber. And right next to it is another potential staircase room with 10 bombs. Saber shouldn't have too much trouble clearing this out.
No, and he may be able to exit the room and re-enter and despawn some of these dark nuts.
Yeah, I almost would, simply because we know, I think the blue dark nuts were at least 3 bombs. Oh dear, he's got to be a little bit more careful though. That bubble was not really on his side there.
This is another situation where pause strats really help you out when you have to engage in some fancy footwork to avoid taking a death. He's deep into this level. Oh, get that heart!
Alright, good job, Saber. We're no longer beeping. We've gotten at least one of the dark nuts out of the way. Alright, we got this lone orange dark nut standing between us and a potential item. Oh, look, a bomb drop!
Well done.
Yeah, that was really cleanly done.
And it does push. Is this item number 2? Nope, it's the transport.
I think I agree. Take this. You're gonna hope... really? Well, okay, on the plus side, we don't have to waste bombs clearing this room. Don't have to worry about it. Saber does a nice block clip to get around, and we find... Well, we got a key. That's good.
Is it possible the Triforce room is a super room?
Well, it is possible. I don't think that we've actually been in the Triforce room. No, isn't that where we just came from?
No, I think you're right. I think we haven't been in there.
Oh.
That would be why.
Well, alright. I mean, we can clear this. Thankfully, we have ranged weaponry. We got a red candle. I if I would like to see him go back and check. But I actually want to say that we were already maybe down in that area.
I think we were down in the area, but I don't think we'd seen that T room. Okay, now he's going to go back and check.
Alright, kennedij, meanwhile, is making a little bit of his own progress here in level 8. He's going to find this pancake room that is potentially a push block. And then the game says no. And no, sadly, our Triforce room is not a super room, but Saber's going to go ahead and clear it out for a free trip back to the beginning of the dungeon with full health, possibly. Or not.
Okay. And to circle back on our cookie discussion, I think I'm just anti-raisin, because I really do like oatmeal cookies.
Oh, I love oatmeal butterscotch or oatmeal chocolate chip, things like that. And every so often, oatmeal raisin is okay, but I think I like golden raisins better than the dark ones. Just because they're sweeter.
Oatmeal butterscotch. Oh,
Yeah.
I've not had that. Oh my.
I used to run on my dessert menu. I used to do an ice cream cookie sandwich with a cinnamon ice cream and oatmeal butterscotch.
Those are like all of my favorite things.
It's alright. Saber is going looking for our missing level 5 and potentially 9. We do need to find both of those before the race is over. I'm not sure if he gave up, if he completely gave up on the second item here in level 8, or if he just decided, you know what, maybe what I'm looking for is in level 5, and that'll be easier to do.
If that's his decision, I don't blame him. He's got 4 checks that he may be thinking his opponent doesn't have the power bracelet yet.
Sadly, kennedij is going to get shuttered in here with Spiky, and without that recorder from level 1, he's going to have to up an A and go all the way back to the start of the dungeon. Now, we know he was only a couple of rooms away from that first item in level 8.
Saber's feedback here in a minute. Now, ordinarily, if you're an hour in and you're kind of where both runners are, I would ask the question, does either runner think they're behind at this point? But I kind of don't think they do, given what they've encountered in 6, 7, and 8, and the 2 dungeons haven't been found and there's no wand to be found.
I mean, having been around a lot of Z1R runners for a couple of years now, it's gonna sound weird, but I think we always feel like we're behind. Like, even if we do not care about winning, because I don't particularly care about winning, but you always kind of feel like, okay, my opponent probably found this like 5 minutes into the seed and they're so far ahead of me, and it's not until you can actually like register there, we've got level 5 on Saber screen. But I think for the most part, we all kind of have that feeling at times, where it's like, okay, I'm so far behind. This is such a bad thing.
That feeling pretty much every seed I run. Now, is that a kangaroo?
Oh, I could go with a kangaroo. I mean, it's like the from the pouch up.
Right.
Yeah, totally. And it does confirm, because this is the power bracelet spot 2 screens over from Vanilla Woodsword Cave. So we do need to get that power bracelet out of this level 8, so it's really good that kennedij went right back to where he was in level 8.
As I recall, he's not that far from it right now.
Yeah, he's only a couple of rooms away, and then right next to the item room was that transport staircase that takes you over towards where the Triforce room is. And then we have the call from chat that level 5 looks like Odie. Which, for some reason, now makes me want lasagna.
Makes me want lasagna and makes me want to hate Mondays.
Well, I mean, you know, Mondays. Ugh.
To be fair, I already do hate Mondays, but that's for a different reason.
Well, Monday is usually my Friday, so for me, while everybody else is going, Monday, I'm like, yay, I'm off tomorrow!
Nice. Monday is usually my day where I have the most meetings of any day of the week.
I am so sorry, and somebody should definitely make you cookies. Alright, so Kennedy J doing a good job of clearing this room here. He's gonna see if he can shuffle out that blue dark nut. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to take the really long way around as Saber finds the any key in level 5.
That's something he'll turn down, but might not have been his first choice as far as an item to find in 5.
I mean, this is just the seed at this point. It's not being incredibly subtle, but it is pushing both of our runners back to that triple bar room. 3 blue dark nuts in level 6. As Kennedy J is going to go ahead and get his power bracelet at a level 8, which at this point you probably think you're like, okay, I've done most of the overworld. I am missing something that lets me progress in this seed. Awesome! We have a bait block. Potentially in level 5. Now it is, as Sam's pointing out, there is a chance that maybe we have a transport staircase that takes us above the bait block.
But it's also possible that that is a straight-up bait block.
I mean, thankfully, we still have a decent amount of money. We have more than one form of damage, which is fantastic. Looks like Saber gets the bomb drop that he was looking for. We have a staircase here in 5, so let's see if this transport takes us to Odie's ears.
Oh, it does.
Well, I mean, only if we can go down from this room that's next to us. Alright, for some reason I'm really just hoping this wall doesn't bomb, but that's mean. Oh!
It does not. Now, did he check that other wall in the
No,
in the room?
he's on his way. He's on his way to go do that right now. How about a moat room? Come on, moat room. Alright, Saber taking advantage of the fact that blue Lionels are bomb droppers. As Kennedy J is going to find the trolley transport staircase here in level 8. But again, this will take you to another staircase that now you know you don't have to clear. Yeah, see, Kennedy J is going to go ahead and pick up his free key out of the corner. As Saber picks up his Triforce out of level 5.
So he was able to get down there. Well, we had a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of hoping for a moat room. Walk down and there's, you know, another reason we gotta find that ladder, probably in level 6. Alright, Saber's still on the hunt for level 9. We're gonna find a bomb shop, be able to refill. It looks like he's gonna go ahead and do it. Piercing Mountain, it could, but both of our runners have spent a lot of time in level 8, and we haven't been able to get to that second item. So I think right now it comes down to 7, which I can't remember what was blocking us in 7. Actually, it's a ladder block, so it can't be in 7, and then it's either 8 or 6. 8 blue darknet room. There was double push block, but I don't remember if it had a shutter door or a key door on the one side. So yeah, there is the possibility. So it's either, do you want to clear the 3 blue darknet room in level 6, or do you want to clear the 8 blue darknet room in level 8?
Either choice is a fun one.
Oh yeah, especially since the red ring, which would allow us to actually live through being able to clear that room, because both of our runners have taken deaths in the 3-bar room with the 3 blue dark nuts, is on the coast, and we need the ladder to go get it.
We do, as Kennedy finds his level 5. We've also not seen the potion ladder, and we haven't seen a Take Any cave lately where either runner might grab a potion instead of part.
Yeah, it's actually a really good point. Neither of the runners has been able to pick that up. I think Kennedy J is out of Take Any's, so I'm just wondering where in the world that potions letter might have gone to.
I suppose it could also be bracelet blocked, but come on, get in there. There you go.
Alright, so Kennedy J doesn't know it right now, but in a couple of rooms, he's gonna have the any key, which means that all of his key problems from the earlier part of the seed are done and over with. To answer a question in chat, have we found 9? No, not yet. We're still looking. We've seen both raft spots. We haven't seen Recorder Lake, and we just got the power bracelet, so we have a couple of power bracelet spots left. Alright, Saber, do you take the potion or the heart?
I like this play with the potion. There aren't that many overworld checks left other than the Recorder Lake and the 2 remaining power bracelet spots, are there?
I don't think so. Between our 2 runners, I think we have cleared most of Death Mountain.
We seen Spectacle Rock?
I don't remember. I know that they both have. I know that they both have spent a decent amount of time on West Death Mountain.
Yeah, because there were 1, if not 2 levels up there. But yeah, we are very short on potential locations for level 9. Saber's going to take the heart there. He could have considered just leaving that room alone and coming back to get a second potion if he needed it, but I don't blame him for taking it.
Alright guys, we're getting just a little bit of chat in the race room. Saber's having a little bit of computer trouble, so there's a chance he might actually take the stream down and just locally record. Okay, or, well, it looks like Saber has... His computer is, in his word, blowing up. So he's gone ahead and forfeit from the race. Now I do believe the Kennedy J still has to finish the race in order for this to count.
Yeah, I think you're right on that.
Alright, so anyway, guys, we're gonna have a bit of a frozen feed on Saber's side. It's been really nice having him back. Again, we haven't had him for a while. He was moving and doing a bunch of real-life adulting stuff. So it has just been a joy to have him back in the tournament, because he's such a nice guy. Kennedy J is taking a death here in level 5. He was having some massive computer issues, to the point where he needed to turn off his computer. So he decided, since this was an elimination match, mathematically an elimination match, that he was going to go ahead and forfeit.
Yeah, and to be fair, I believe he's not the first runner to have in-match issues due to computer and technical issues. So it definitely can happen, and it's unfortunate, but you know, it's the tech world in which we live.
Alright, Kennedy J is still working on level 5 here. Now, he's only a couple of rooms away from where he's going to find that any key, which at least is going to alleviate one problem that the runners have been having. I think this might be it here.
Yep.
Alright, there we go. We've gone ahead, we found our any key here in level 5. Locked doors are no longer a problem. Now, Kennedy J is probably going to try to beeline straight for the Triforce. He's going to find the meat block, and we'll see if he ends up leaving level 5 to go get meat, or if he decides to stay here and do what Saber did and find that workaround staircase.
actually hilarious meat block that unfortunately turned out to not be so hilarious.
Well, I mean, they only get to be useful as much as the raft normally gets to be useful. Alright, so there we go. We have eyes on the meat block. He's gonna try... Oh, he has only got one bomb left. He's gonna try to bomb up here. That could be slightly problematic, as I think it was a bomb wall out of the transport staircase. So we may see him go and get meat.
Wouldn't blame him if he did, and I don't think he's far from a meat shop.
Yeah, I know Kennedy J uses Z Tracker, which is pretty handy for marking like all the different shops on the overworld. So it looks like we may have gotten Saber's feedback. Okay, I mean, I don't know if this is just a VOD or like, yeah. Okay, so far he hasn't re-entered the race. So I'm trying to remember from the enemy set if this is the same, overworld?
I think it is. Yeah, no, that screen with the ropes looks familiar.
No, to answer a question in chat, so far he hasn't unforfeit in the race room, so hopefully we've got some people in the background trying to figure out what in the world's going on.
Either way, he may be just running this he may be just completing this for fun.
And we did have Kennedy J go ahead, pick up the meat in the background. And our Triforce was apparently 3 lone bats. That's not terrible for level 5.
Hi, Vanilla 9.
Alright, so Kennedy J is, I would have to imagine now going to be looking for level 7. To answer a question from chat, is it possible for the wand to be in level 9? It is. So far, we have not seen any Triforces that are blocked by enemies that we can only kill with the wand. Because the important items in level 9 flag is on. That's pretty much the only reason that wand couldn't be in 9, but we haven't really seen anything that has been straight up wand block. And yes, that is just the Gleeok, because there you can shoot bunnies and use arrows against dig doggers.
Is it bomb shop? Yes, it is. Okay, that makes sense. Kennedy J will load up on bombs before heading back into either 6 or 7.
Alright, well, Saber's gonna go ahead and find a bomb shop. He's gonna go ahead and load up on bombs. It looks like Kennedy J, with full hearts, 8 bombs, might be trying to take another stab at that 3-bar blue Darknet room all the way in the bottom of the B column.
Of his available options, I like this because the alternative is to go into 7, and there were multiple blue Wizroad rooms that might or might not have what you need, but at least here you're reasonably certain that that's going to be. There's 2 bombs for it. You're reasonably certain that triple bar room is going to have you right.
Alright, guys, it looks like we'll have some discussion after the race is finished, but it looks like Saber's gonna go ahead and try to finish the seed. And yeah, I totally agree with you. I would rather clear the 3 blue Darknut room as opposed to that, how many was it? 8 blue Darknut double push block room in level 8. And either way, we're down to so few items that unless they end up both being bananas, it's gonna be something that is hopefully useful.
Well, bananas would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Totally. I mean, not for our runners. I don't think they'd be very happy with that, but chat would definitely win there. Now, kennedij still needs to get to the bottom corner in order to get his Triforce out of level 6. To answer your question in chat, yes. Everything we have seen in 7, there were multiple attempts from both runners, points to the fact that either there's maybe one bomb wall we haven't found yet, but there's a double moat room full of orange darkness that is the farthest into level 7 we can get to. Alright, kennedij is working his way back down towards that double bar room, triple bar room. A lot easier with the any key because he can just walk through all of these key doors and not have to worry about it anymore. He's still looking for his Triforce. A compass drop here would be really good because it'll point him in the direction of the Triforce, but I really do hope he goes and clears that Darknut room.
You'd think he'd have to. It's so inconveniently located that you almost have to prioritize doing that.
Well, and we've seen, like, pretty much everything else here in this level 6. Either between Saber or kennedij, because they have both been in that level 6 all over the place. Saber already got his Triforce out of there as well.
Not where they wanted to spend their time, but yeah, they have spent a lot of time here, and necessarily so.
And I think this is the room that if Saber can actually go north from here, this is going to be the double moat room full of orange darknuts. The room to his left is an old man, so you can't bomb north from there.
Saber's going to try and bunch up these Wizro. I think he did this once before. Let's see if he can do it again.
I mean, eventually, if you're lucky, they'll just kind of group up for you, but, you know, they're trolls. They're Wizros.
That guy.
Yep, and then here again, this is that orange double moat. We cannot get any further up this column or the column next to it. We've tried bombing to the right. If you can see on Saber's map, we've tried bombing out the top of any room that has a door above it. And so far, we have not found a single way to progress here in level 7.
It's smart to set up a count. Even though you have 6 bombs, you know you're going to need your full complement.
Okay, so here we go again. We're working our way back. Looks like kennedij, this is the transport staircase that originally got him down to this section of level 6. I think he's checking his map right now.
Yep, there, he figured it out. I think he's probably doing the same thing. I only map in Z-Tracker. I only map level 9. So totally easy to understand if you don't normally map levels.
Look, we have, okay, there was one bomb wall so far that we have now found. That neither of our runners checked here in 7. Is it actually? No. Okay. Still a whole bunch of nothing. Yep. All right, we got more frustration mousing.
All right, kennedij, is he going to try and do a bomb for? No? Nope. Okay. He has 7 bombs. That's probably not enough to beat that Dark Knight.
I mean, he'd have to get really lucky. Thankfully, he's got enough health at the moment, but other than that, I don't see this going great. We've had, I think it's 3 blue Darknet rooms. I mean, 3 bombs hits on the blue Darknet, so he's got to get them clustered perfectly. All right, Saber is leaving level 7 after terminating again that we just can't make any progress there. kennedij is doing a really good job of working down these Darknets. It is worth noting that maybe we can go ahead and get a count on them. Well, not get a count, but get some of them dead, leave the room, and then go force bombs on a different area.
Correct, and that room will stay with that reduced number of Darknets so long as he doesn't leave the dungeon. Okay, 1 down, 2 to go. It's good progress. These guys are going to be tough to bunch up, though, as Saber's now in 6, and he's going to be headed down that same direction.
All right. Well, we got those orange landmos. He's got 9 bombs, so he stands a slightly better chance of being able to take out some of those blue Darknets. kennedij has managed to get at least one of them down. He's got to hold on to a bomb in order to be able to force. And that last one is going to miss on that blue Darknet. So leave the room, save progress, and then maybe go see if you can get somebody to drop you a bomb somewhere. I mean, we've got souls, we've got a couple of different things that you could actually force a bomb on. So it would make more sense to save your progress and then come back to try to finish this room off. Saber's going to use doorway strats. kennedij sadly going to use his last bomb. He's got it down to a single dark nut. Now, I want to say there were some Gibdos in here at some point.
There were also... yeah, there's some Zol. Well, he would need to force a bomb off. He would need to have a bomb to force a bomb off of Zol. But yeah, I think 3 or 4 rooms away there were some Gibdos.
Yeah, so if you're kennedij, you are just hoping, well, all right, level 6 was of no help. It is the boomerang. You know, hey, we can now boomerang the old man into giving us bombs. And this is going to force us back into that item we haven't been able to get to in level 8.
Yikes. That's about all I got to say about that. This is going to get interesting.
Yeah, this is definitely a thing. I mean, yes, we totally earned that boomerang. He's going to whistle back. There is a bomb shop really close to here. kennedij is going to go ahead and leave 6. He's going to be killing some of these spiders. Now, we're not too far away from a bomb shop, but unfortunately, he's only got 9 rupees. So he's either going to have to get them to drop him some bombs, or get a little bit lucky with one of the normal bomb droppers. Oh, we're back in level 7. Okay.
Or you could go to 7. That works too.
I mean, there's a chance. There were yes, Gibdos here in level 7. All right, I'm okay with this. This is good. Be nice, Gibdos. And since oh, we got bombs already. We're doing good.
Ibdos and Red Candle, always a good combination.
Yeah, I mean, you know, just knock them into the... Look, we get the map that we've already got. So we can see from Kennedy J's side, he has seen the orange Wizrobe double moat room. He's going to go ahead up in a reset the Gibdo room and continue farming for bombs, as Saber is going to dive back into level 8.
We'll have at least part of our answer here in a little bit, you would think. I do like the farming aspect here by Kennedy. He doesn't have a lot of rupees. It's a really relatively easy stat to be able to kill and farm. Just go ahead and do it. You have to come here anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we've still got to figure out how to get to the Triforce in this level 7, or find that room we either overlooked or the magic bomb wall, something here in 7. Because oddly enough, if the Triforce is actually in a room that is below that ladder block, because I don't think we've seen a compass in 7, the ladder could actually still be a 9. Because if we can get the Triforce, then the item is not considered important to be outside of 9.
And you're almost speaking it into existence at this point, I think.
I know, but man, that's horrible. I'm just trying to think if there's any, if there's been a room that we haven't cleared just yet. Other than that that blue Wizrobe monstrosity that was a couple of rooms up and to the right of here.
The only thing I can think is that maybe that's a transport up to the northern part of the level.
Looks like Saber is going to be the first of our runners to go ahead and take on this lovely blue Dark Nut double bar room. He's making really good use of the pause strats to get hits on these multiple groups of Dark Nuts. He also has a potion, so should he be in trouble, he can go ahead and potion up real quick.
Boy, these guys are annoyingly beefy.
Yeah, they definitely ate their Wheaties, let me tell you. Kennedy J, it looks like, is leaving level 7.
He may be going back to 6 now that he has bombs and gonna try the blue Dark Knight room again?
Yeah, it would make perfect sense from the information that he has. He's got 8 bombs, he knows where to get more, the ladder is in that evil blue Dark Knight room in level 8.
Hi, ladder. Well, now we have some progression.
Yes, we can get the last Triforce out of level 7, we can get the red ring off of the ghost. And, yeah, then we can hopefully finish this race up.
This seed's been a weird one. I will give it credit.
Oh yeah, it's definitely had its fair share of quirks. Alright, so Kennedy J is trying to clip back into this staircase to get back down to that blue Dark Nut room, as Saber is going to go ahead into level 7. We're finally going to see what is here in 7.
We have 3 options, 2 of them are good, and 1 is hilarious.
Am I the only one rooting for hilarious?
You are not!
I mean, that sounds kind of like what chat would be rooting for most of the time. Alright, so Saber going to force a bomb count. He's going to work up a force on the old man who's telling him to go west into that orange Dark Nut room. Or, I'm sorry, orange Wizrobe double moat room.
Yeah, to answer a question in chat, I understand the question about Red Ring on the coast. I think the pause strats that Saber uses are actually mitigate some of that concern, and particularly given kind of how far we are into the seed time-wise, I kind of get why you're just like, let's just do it, I'll use pause strats, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a runner personal preference thing. He is definitely good enough to be able to use the pause strats pretty much in the same way that you would, you know, I guess kind of use the damage buff. The damage you can take with the Red Ring.
And he got a good double hit? Yeah. Is he going to get another one?
Oh! Oh, this room is terrible, and when Kennedy J finds out that this is actually the blue boomerang in level 6, it's just heartbreaking. Okay, alright, this is maybe progress. He's gonna go ahead and save out of this level. There is a bomb shop kind of over here, and then level 8 is down at, actually, vanilla level 8, I believe.
Yep.
So we had some very, very vanilla things going on today. He's gonna go ahead, farm these spiders in the desert to get himself some more bomb money. And I mean, at this point, I would just go into 8, buy the bombs, make sure you safety save them, and then go tackle that room in 8. Because you can only die so many times in that room in level 6 before you just want to throw things at it.
I thought you were just going to say you can only die so many times. Like, this seed is proving you can die a lot
no.
of times.
Oh no. I mean, you know, you can, yes, that is the it's definitely a thing. All right, now he's got 8 bombs. If he gets 1 more rupee, he can have another 2 bombs, given his max capacity is 10. Now, unfortunately for Kennedy J, he still has to go back into level 6 to get the Triforce. He never popped his head down into, there was a blue landmo room that you enter from the top. It is also a moat room. So he never ended up in that room to clear it to find out that that's actually where the Triforce is. And it's in the complete opposite direction of the 3-bar blue Darknet room, which is the item.
Interesting in 7 with the Dig Dogger room. Is this Dig Dogger room required to get the item? If so, Kennedy doesn't have the whistle out of 1?
Yeah, Kennedy J does not yet have the recorder, so this could be problematic when he goes into level 7, when he finally gets his ladder. Alright, so Saber's gonna go ahead, bomb this room. It is a potential push block. We've got not a terrible enemy set. There is still a grabby hand in the wall, but I think he got it with the candle flame.
It looked like he did. And this is a potential push block, so what do we have? Okay, he's going to exit and reset.
Yeah, I think this is a good idea. Just to be on the safe side, you're going to see that you've got 1 of the grabby hands and some whiz robes. Why not see if you can get rid of those whiz robes completely? And it looks like Kennedy J is headed back to Death Mountain as Saber finds the silver arrows here in level 7.
Definitely required. So that means we have wand and regular boomerang in 9, so still some troll possibilities?
Well, chat definitely wins today. Alright, Kennedy J is heading back into level 6. Now, it's worth noting he did a safety save with the full 10 bombs. So if he gets down to the bottom of this, down to this 3 blue Darknut room, and he manages, oh, he's headed right kind of where the, go to the Triforce, Kennedy J, go down, poke your nose in there, kill those landmos. He's so close to where that Triforce is. But, sorry, got distracted. It's worth noting that if he does end up finally getting the clear on this 3-bar Darknet room, finds out that it is the blue boomerang, he can up a retry back into his bombs and go into that pretty terrible room in level 8 that we now know has the ladder.
Allstrat serving Saber well again. He's able to grab that heart container. He's up to 9 hearts, still looking for the Triforce.
And we're just running into more and more rooms of whiz robes and bats. I mean, I'll take the bats any day of the week. Alright, here we go. Come on, Kennedy J, you can do this. Dark nuts, don't be jerks. Oh dear.
Oh, that's toughness.
Alright, he's biding his time. He's kind of just waiting these guys out. Maybe they'll cooperate and get on the same exact script. Alright, Saver, meanwhile, has gone ahead, found the compass, and now he's just trying to work his way over to wherever that Triforce is in level 7. Which, yeah, I kind of agree with chat. I think that's to the right of the double moat room with orange whizzies. Kennedy J, sadly, again, down to a single bomb, and I would save the progress in the room, go force a pack or 2 of bombs off of anything else you can find in this dungeon instead of using your last bomb. I mean, there are things that we can force off of in this dungeon. There's Gibdos, there's Zols.
He's trying his darndest to get him to bunch up, but these guys just won't cooperate. I mean, the longer you sit here, you have to think that you're almost better off just kind of discretion being the better part of valor here.
Yeah, save the progress. You got one of them dead. That's amazing. This is a problem. Oh my gosh, Kennedy J
Wow.
gets that. Wow, good job. Gets the bomb on both of those dark nuts and is rewarded with a
Gets
banana.
the bad news. Oh no.
Up a retry. Up a retry. Come on, you can do it. Because unfortunately, I think to get to the Triforce, he's got to bomb into the side of the double moat room that the Triforce is actually in. So he up a retries. We are now on our way to level 8, which he has to know, I think, by now, unless we're going to 7 first, has his ladder, as Saber is able to get the Triforce out of level 7.
They'll wait for him, and he has the information. He knows the wand is in 9, so that's probably where he's headed next.
Yeah, there are no there's really no empty spots for Saber right now. Kennedy J still doesn't know what the second item in 1 is, so it would be interesting to see if he would have headed back to 1 first. And it looks like Kennedy J is going to go ahead and try these couple of rooms in level 7 to see if there is a workaround to that ladder block instead of going back into level 8.
I don't blame him. He knows he needs to be there anyway, so you're hoping against hope that
there was just
cracking that code just solved the problem for you.
Alright, so Kennedy J is gonna check the gift. He's gonna go to the Gibdo room again.
Guys, we get a look at level 9. Is that a melting snowman? What is that?
Oh, I could go with melting snowman. I think that would be fun. Now, I think if you bomb to the right in that room, it gets you into the blue Wizrobe room, but that really didn't give us any help at all. There were a couple of, I think, key-blocked rooms. If you go down, that one all the way in the very bottom is key-blocked, possibly. And we have Ganon in level 9 for Saber.
That's half the puzzle solved. You just need, well, almost half the puzzle. He needs to find a path into Ganon's room, which he has.
And...
Well, maybe not.
Oh, it looks like, oh, yuck. We got 3 bombs. We are not clearing that on 3 bombs. We're also not clearing that on 2 bombs. Oh man, if kennedij could have just bombed straight up out of that room, he would have been in the Triforce room in level 7. Wouldn't have done us much good as far as getting to the silvers, but it would have been something.
Here's our pass again.
Potentially. I think he's got to go down 2 rooms from here. 1 room.
I think it's 2 rooms.
It's got to. Yeah, it's got to be 2 because we can't hear him at the moment. All right, Saber.
Oh, he's looking for the wand. He's looking for the wand.
Yep, it wouldn't really do us a whole heck of a lot of good to get into Ganon's room only to not be able to hit him. I've done that before.
You could say hi to him.
I mean, I'm a little sad that we're not going to get the opportunity to bomb out of his room. I guess maybe there's still 1 room that is to the south of there, but turns out we didn't clear one of the grabby hands. And unless we can bomb out, we have to up an A from this room.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well up an A. So, back to start. Saber goes.
Alright, kennedij is still working his way through this level 7, just double checking as we found a Wizrobe, that the rooms are as we thought before and ladder blocked. That is a really rude Patra location in level 9.
It does get us access to this room, which could be an item. If you can clip in there, get out of the way.
I mean, the Wizrobes are on the other side of the room. We might be okay. Well, they changed their minds. We're gonna hang out over here now, they said. Alright, Saber is gonna go ahead, get the clip, and find the banana. Wah wah. Now he does have 2 different rooms that we can still get into here in this level 9. Well, alright, 3, because we can go down from here as well.
Bombs are handy. He's not going to go down from there.
I mean, if I'm him, I want to check that last room just to make sure you don't get the rest of the way around this level 9 and the wand ends up being that 1 room you did not check. Alright, kennedij is back here in level 6. I have a feeling he's going looking for his Triforce. Now, if he goes down here and bombs to... well, alright. Oh, get the bomb pack. Nice force. I mean, I think it was accidental, but that's awesome.
Take it any way you can get it at this point.
Yeah, now if he goes to the left here, right here, he's going to get his Triforce for level 6. It's in that bottom right-hand corner. And hopefully those landmos will cross the river for him and make this a little bit easier. Please, game. If I'm kennedij, I would be entering and exiting that room to see if they would actually do that, because every so often both of those landmos will hop the other side of the river and be on that top section of the room.
Absolutely. I understand him wanting to stick it out if there's just one, thinking that he can just wait him out and get him down with the candle and then hit him with the arrows to finish him off, but still.
He's got to be really careful because there's no safety door from the left. Like, those guys can hit you no matter what. And come on, he's got 1 more hit left. And he's out of arrows.
Being very cautious. He can pull this off if he gets a little bit lucky.
There you go. Oh, we got a fairy too. Leave the room. kennedij, leave the room.
Okay, now he's gonna leave the room.
Alright, should be relieved to find out that this is his Triforce, and he never has to come back to this level 6.
In his book, level 6 can die in a fire. But now he is off to level... he's got level 7 still to go.
Well, he's got the floor item in level 1, which we know he actually might need in order to get around in that level 7. I think we saw Saber end up killing a Dig Dogger. But he does have the several blue Dark Nut room in level 8.
That's no picnic either. A Saver gets caught in a mugger room and has to drop a bomb from his inventory in order to get out.
Alright, so we're kind of running out of areas that Saver has not searched.
Is this a new room?
I think so, yes. So he's gonna go ahead. It looks like he's clipping into the staircase. And it's gonna be transport. Now, there's a shutter door and a key door, so there's at least 2 paths.
Setting up a force. I like this. No? Maybe not.
Okay, apparently we have a Zelda sighting here in level 9 as kennedij is working his way through level 8 looking for... We know it's the 8 blue Dark Nut double push block room that neither of our runners really wanted to clear, but, you know, we've only had so many bombs and the darkness rolled up. Because I think kennedij took a death in this room. Now, thankfully, the any key is going to make it really, really easy to get away from some of these blue landmos. You can just kind of speed right through the key doors.
Yeah, that blue landmo room, I do remember him taking a death earlier.
Well, he took a death in the mixed landmo room with the pancake and the orange and blue, and then he may have taken a death slightly later as well. I'd be interested to see Saber's map right now.
I think
There's got to be a landmo, not a landmo, but there's got to be a grabby hand in that room with the right side stair that he's not clearing, because that is the path to Ganon. But there is, it looks like, a room on the other side of Ganon's room.
Yeah, there's also that 2-room block below 3 down from the E and the L. The second E and the second L that he hasn't
Yeah,
been.
that strip, that like chunk of rooms that we can't seem to find a way to get into. Alright, we got another transport staircase here from Saber.
Okay, that key door up is how you get to Ganon. Or how you can get to Ganon.
So does that mean that Zelda's directly above him? Or no, because you can hear Ganon from that right side staircase.
Right, I think Zelda is further up. I think she's near that. You see that empty spot under the V.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
somewhere around there.
Okay, so there's a room, this next one, if he goes in here and then goes north. I don't think we've seen that room yet. Alright, that's not going to be any help at all. Alright, kennedij, it looks like took an up and A out of level 8. I don't know if he was retrying to get bombs back. Oh, it's totally this room. I mean, we saw it before, but, you know, I would say it's totally this room.
This room is 8 kinds of gross, so that would track.
Exactly. It totally means it's required.
I don't think the blue boys rolled up, or did they?
I don't know. I don't think so. It kind of almost looks like they're vanilla, but I can't really tell how many hits he's gotten on them. All right, he's got 1 Wizrobe left. All right, Kennedy J is going back into level 8 as Saver kills the last Wizrobe and finds the transport staircase that probably takes us into the middle section of 9 that we haven't been able to get to.
And you'd have to think at this point, right?
I mean, we're kind of running out of staircases.
Yes, there we go.
Now, if I'm Saver, I'm going to be a little concerned that I'm running out of bombs. All right, Kennedy J is gonna, it looks like he's gonna go ahead and try to clear this room again. We already know that some of the dark nuts are gonna roll out of the mix. And sadly, it's gonna leave him with a blue dark nut and an orange dark nut. He's gonna clip up onto the block. Okay, I kind of like this. You gotta be careful. He did take a death in this room previously. So it is gonna limit our mobility. Alright, this is the staircase we joined from. I think Saver might be, is he trying to work up a bomb count on the killable enemies?
Quite possible. Alright, Kennedy J is still trying to get the right position here in level 8, though from what we know, this isn't the ladder room. It is further down into the level full of its 8 blue dark nuts. So, anyway, well, oh, please tell me we don't have to go through there again. Ooh, boy.
We have 4 bombs, so at least Saber can work up a count, or we have some Gibdos, so that'll definitely be help. Oh man, double blue Wizrobe Shutter Room to get into that corner.
Can he go down? Hurry? Yeah, okay.
The room below him, I thought, was another, no? Okay, potential. Oh, yeah, that's not our wand. And if you're Saber, you know it's not the wand, because you know the wand has to be in 9. That could be a transport staircase, but that is not the wand.
Yep, but he has not been to that room to the left, so is that where the wand is? Nope.
Bomb up. Try to get into that room on the other side of those blue dark nuts. Oh, game.
Oh.
So we're gonna work up a count on these bats and hope maybe we get a floor drop. Floor drop of bombs would be great. No, we get the compass. All right. Okay, Kennedy J is still working on rooms here in this level 8. He's up to 10 bombs. So maybe if he comes across that blue dark nut double push block room, he's gonna have enough to take down those guys. Because again, this isn't the room. It feels like the room because he took a death here. And he doesn't know that this isn't a push block. And sadly, Kennedy J is gonna get dinged. I don't know if it was by the floor traps or what, as we find a transport staircase in level 9.
This has been found in one of the 2 rooms we have. Okay. Can you bomb up from here?
Nope. Nope. No, we can't. Game said no. Game said, I wouldn't make it that easy, sorry. Alright, Kennedy J. This is, I wish I could telepathically just tell him that this is not the room he needs to clear, but thankfully he's done a couple of different safety saves, so when he does finally get this room cleared and realizes that there is an even worse one, sorry, waiting for him, he'll be able to retry back into his bombs. Alright, he's just gotta be really, really careful. He's got 3 hearts. I think he can take 1 hit, and then the second one will go ahead and kill him. He gets the blue dark nut down. He's gonna get the orange dark nut down. See the key, up A, retry. Up A, retry, get your bombs back.
He's got to do some deep breaths first.
Yep, take a look at your, there you go.
Okay, that's good.
Now, we already know that it's not this room. Because we did see Saber clear this room.
Yes, we did.
I think he's got a bomb down. Oh, you guys are jerks. He's got a, I think, bomb down there, and it's going to take him to the double blue darknet room.
Saber executes his double block clip. He'll take a transport back the direction he came.
Kennedy J is going to go ahead, up A, retry back into his 8 bombs. Now, he had gotten a bomb drop as he entered the dungeon, so that's where the 10 came from. Hopefully, he can go ahead and get that again. Oh. Hi, Blue Wizrobes. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, guys.
Yep, we just, there's so many of these rooms that you just don't want to clear. Alright,
Really
he's
good
gonna go
force.
ahead. Yep, gets a bomb force off the Gibdos. If I'm him, yeah. I would want a few more for these guys.
I like him leaving some of the Gibdos such that if he needs to save state the room here after killing a few of the Wizrobes, he can, and then go refarm.
Yeah, he's just gotta be really careful with his positioning in that doorway right now because a hit from those Wizrobes and he's gonna have to start all over again. Because you can't pause until you leave the doorway.
He's waiting. He's got the Wizrobes here in this 6-block center room. The Wizrobes will do this sometimes. They'll get hung up going back and forth across the block.
Yeah, they do the same thing in Chevy Room. He's gonna make good use of the boomerang to get an extra heart. Now, sadly, he is completely out of bombs, but we can kill these guys with arrows or a red candle. And it's a transport staircase.
Nope.
Oh man. How do we get into, oh, if we just need a single bomb. Oh, we get a bomb drop. And yeah, I kind of agree with chat. I would take the staircase just to see where it goes to, and maybe it goes to those 3 rooms that we can't seem to get to.
He's going to go back and bomb that one room while he can still get in this direction. Okay, and then maybe he'll take the stand.
Alright, Kennedy J has decided he's leaving 8 alone. I'm wondering if he never saw the double push block 8 blue dark nut room that is the ladder. but he just wants to hit his head against every single wall in this 7 to make sure. Oh! Well...
Well, there's why you can't get in that room.
We found it!
The cursor of doom flying around indicates we finally, after 2+ hours, have our wand.
Woohoo! Okay, here we go. We are gonna go get in a fight with Ganon.
Yeah, for those wondering in chat why this sea has gone over 2 hours, that would be why.
That and a really inconveniently placed ladder that you need in order to get into level 7. And 9, actually, because you get instantly ladder blocked in level 9.
That's right, you do. We did want a trolley sea, didn't we?
I don't know, the trolley would have been my exact words, but we wanted a good one. So
Yeah.
I definitely think chat won today.
100% agree.
Alright, Saber does have a potion. He's got decent amount of health. He has the wand, he has bow, he has silvers, he has a rupee in order to fire the silvers. Alright, guys, here we go.
If that had been a Chevy room, I really would have banged my head against the desk.
Alright, Saber goes ahead. He's about to shoot Ganon with his silver arrow and head up in the direction of Zelda. Thankfully, we have a top exit. And if we are lucky, this is a straight shot.
Yeah, I think it is if he goes left and then up. Yep.
Alright, guys, let's get some GGs in chat for Saber, finishing with a race time GG time of 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 19 seconds. Alright, we do have the immediate forfeit from Kennedy J. It looks like he might still be playing out a little bit of this seed to maybe see what the floor item here is in level 1. But hopefully we'll be able to get our runners in here for an interview in just a moment.
Well, this was a speed.
Alright, GG's and welcome to Kennedy J.
Thank you. GG's.
I am incredibly sorry that seed was rather horrible.
Oh, it's like just waiting for him to finish so I could forfeit there. That was, I knew early on when I was, all the dark nuts had rolled up, and it seemed like everything I needed was blocked by something that I couldn't kill, that it just was going to take forever.
Alright, 1 second, guys. I gotta get Saber an invite here. He's gonna join us as well.
While we're waiting, Kennedy, you put in a really game effort in a really difficult speed. Early on, you had to be feeling pretty good. Less than 10 minutes in, you had Blue Candle, you had bombs, you were finding levels, and then just the seed happened.
I felt great. 18 minutes in, I think I had Red Candle at that point. I had cleared sort of most of the, other than Death Mountain, I had cleared, most of the overworld. I had found small dungeons, and then as soon as it was time to start, clearing those dungeons, it was, nothing I wanted, what was the other item in 1? Did Saber find that?
Welcome in GG to Saber.
GG Saver.
Hello? Test. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kennedy, to answer your question, yeah, the second item in 1 was the recorder.
Yeah. Was it, did you have to get over the ladder block, or was it down south?
The only ladder block was in 7, from what I recall.
Okay. So I had the ladder block in 7, and then the only other item I couldn't get to. Well, in 8 was 8 recorder block to the other item.
No, it was
the
the
item?
blue Landmo room that you could enter from the right with a key door at the top. I want to say you have to bomb south out of that room, and it was actually an 8 blue dark nut double push block room.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna.
I don't think you had seen it. I thought you had, but I wasn't sure because I knew you had taken the room you were trying to clear at the end of the stream. I knew you had taken an early death in because you get sandwiched between those two, the 2 remaining dark nuts. So
Yeah, GG saver those.
I fear watching this one back. I really fear it. I can't believe, like,
yeah.
3/4 in, my computer blew up almost. Literally. I'm like, I think I should get a fire extinguisher. I'm turning off my computer. Sorry.
Yeah, I would definitely, you know what, let's blame Windows Update.
There's no Windows updates though, so it's like, what happened? I think the actual laptop just like started to go, but then when I turned it back on, what, magically everything's okay? Like, okay, the fans are kind of hot and stuff, but it's like nothing's going off the rails like it was what was happening before. I was scared for my computer because I use this for work as well. I'm like, what the heck?
When in doubt, blame Microsoft Office.
Yeah,
I mean, I do have 2
form of
Excels
Microsoft.
up, so yeah.
Well, yeah, that's possible.
I blame Excel then.
Okay. So chat wants us to ask you if going and getting the red ring when you finally got the ladder out of 8 had actually gone through your mind, or if you had just decided, you know what, I don't need this, because you were making excellent use of pause strats the entire game.
8 times I decided to go back for both the red ring, and I know there's one more 100 secret out there. 8 times I debated on it, and I just said, I don't know where Ken is right now. I have to go. And I just said, okay. And then it turned out, okay, you just got a full clear 9 to get what you want.
Yeah, that 9,
that 9, that 7, what else was super crazy? The 8, oh yeah, I full clear 8. I'm like, yep, it's that one room I jotted down. Dark nuts, beware.
And let's not forget 6 with the item room all the way at the bottom of that column.
Let's see, 6. Oh, yep, I visited it once after getting the Triforce. Basically, every full cleared, got the Triforce, and I said, okay, I only have a few rooms left. Found that room and said, okay, maybe let's try kill it. Okay, they're not going to go down with the amount of bombs I have. I have to come back later.
Yeah, you both tried that room a couple of different times, and those dark nuts were just not cooperating with giving you, they weren't gathering, basically.
No, I think I tried it at least once, maybe twice with 10 bombs. I know I failed with 10 bombs once, and then I finally, after trying that room so many times, I was sure it had to be something good, and then when I ever saw the magical boomerang, I was just like so defeated.
The last time when you finally got that clear, I mean, I was sitting here going, oh gosh, please save the room. You have 1 bomb left, save the room, go force some more bombs, and then come back, and then you managed to you're standing in between. If neither of them had died, you would have been, sent back to the beginning of the dungeons. That was really well done. That was luck
at that point.
It may have been luck, but it was definitely persistence, and boy, that was just heartbreak when you finally get in there and then, oh wait.
And the meat block in 5?
Well,
could you get around that? Because I couldn't get around it.
I got around it.
Oh, what did you... Because I tried to bomb north, and it looked like there was only 2 rooms to get up.
The bait block was up there. Yep, you couldn't get past the bait block. You had to go all the way to the bottom to find a staircase that went
a staircase.
above the bait block. Yep.
Okay, I just assumed that it was a bait block and went and bought bait.
I was low on money the whole time. I'm like, I am not getting paid this time.
Yeah, the seed went from here, have a ton of money, to you're using arrows for your primary form of damage. You're having to buy bomb packs. You're having to pay muggers and stuff like that. It was just door repairs. It was just it was like we went from here are all these really great things to start the race, and then I'm gonna just drop that other shoe right here, schmack.
Yeah, the most important item in Swordless. It's the very last thing you get before you beat the game. Well, it's either I get it as the Armos item, or I don't get it until the end.
I mean, I was kind of hoping that the one of those two, the room in 6 or the room in 8, I was going, okay, I want one of them to be the ladder, and I want the other one to be the wand, just because they were so terrible to clear.
You know, I struggle with combat, so rings are like, you know, they help me so much. And so when I saw that red ring on the coast, I said to myself, I know that ladder is going to be impossible to dig out in this seed.
Yeah, I mean, it was just sitting there teasing you guys the entire time. It's okay. I mean, hey, at least you guys could get to the red candle. There was a bow. You had plenty of money to buy arrows, and 12 rupee bombs, I guess, is a lot better than some of the prices we've seen in a lot of these races lately.
Yeah, you know, it was not the beginning. You know, I would say like the first part of the seed was not unfriendly, and then once you kind of got into the dungeons, it turned a little bit.
Yeah.
Once you got into dungeons, you never wanted to go back.
No.
We just wanted to take the scenic tour of Hyrule because, of course, the last two things we couldn't find were level 5 and level 9.
And 9 was that 9 spot.
Okay,
yeah,
I figured. I had like 3 spots left to check, and I figured it had to be up in East Death Mountain.
There were so many very vanilla things this seed. It was definitely amazing.
It was?
Well, 8 was also at 8.
Oh shoot, you're right.
And then 9 was at 9. It was like, all right, the last part of the seed just went, nah, we're not going anywhere. We're gonna sit right here.
Yeah, this seed was very schizophrenic. Some things were very friendly, but the back half of that seed was very unfriendly to both of you.
I think that if you had given me another hour and a half, I probably still wasn't going to finish the seed. That was just the blue dark nuts, and Fury had let me know that in 9 there was like a 6 blue wizrobe room that got you to a magic staircase. That I couldn't keep. I'm not great at counting to 10, and I just wasn't going to keep bombs long enough.
For this seed you're talking about, or a different seed?
Yeah, this seed.
This seed, that was basically it.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep my count, but instead I timed my bombs. I killed a blue. Is it 6 blue wizrobes or was it 8? Either way, I had 0 bombs after that, and I was like, what if I have to bomb one room above? I would freak out.
That was, I think that's just when you went north and over one room, and there was the bomb sitting on the floor.
That's
and
right.
Like,
I marked that room the first pass through that there was bombs there, and I had a little B on my tracker.
Yeah, that was good. I was like, yeah, okay, we got a bomb pack. We might.
I honestly did not remember that until I'm looking at my tracker. I'm like, where do I go? Where do I go? And I just ran for it.
But yeah, so anyway, 2 hours and almost 14 minutes later.
Crazy.
Oh dear.
How appropriate.
I'll go ahead and ask if you guys have anything that you're really looking forward to for next week. Kennedy J, as things stand, I think mathematically.
Correct. I am. This was sort of but I've had a lot of fun with this, and I've got one more match, and I know that Saver's got one more to try and get to 2 and 3, and it's 2 and 3 with tiebreakers get in, and I know the first tiebreaker is like strength of schedule, so I'll do my best to get a win next week to maybe help him move on to the brackets.
I appreciate it, man, but my offer still stands because of that whole weird thing that happens in the middle. If you want a rematch anytime this week before like the end of week 4, for an official race, I will totally be okay with that.
No, and I appreciate it. I have no concerns about this race.
Okay.
The fact that you finished the seed, I think is good enough.
Is
for
punishment?
Me. Yeah,
is punishment enough? I understand.
Yeah. So no worries on my end at all. I have no concerns.
I just want to go ahead and say, Kennedy J, if you go back and you watch like your first race in the whole tournament and then up through here, you have done such an amazing job of just making progress and getting better and better and better. So, well done there. And Saver, it's been really nice to have you back.
Thank you. Just don't give me seeds like that again, please.
Well, I mean, I most of the time I've been rolling cupcakes, so you know.
If you put too much in the cupcake, it's gonna explode.
I guess maybe it was due. It was due.
due.
So next week it'll be perfectly fine.
Well, I appreciate I got to taste the cupcake.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, from what Fury's saying in chat, there's going to be quite a few people playing this later today.
Well, thank you for the restream. Thank you for the commentary. Thank you for the tracking. And thank you again for the race. Ken, I will be watching this all night until I fall asleep.
Well, hopefully it's really quick in the happy part of the seed so you don't get to the nightmare part.
The nightmare part. How many things do I have to kill for staircases?
Well, I mean, to be fair, at the very beginning of the race, the SpeedGaming server kicked us all out of the room and then went to the schedule for a moment. So fall asleep right after that.
Gotcha.
Have a good night.
Yep, take care, guys.
Good night. Thank you.
Yep, and good luck on your next match, Ken.
Thank you. You too.
All right, so I'll go ahead and before handing it off to bbq.gov for the lovely closing remarks, I'll go ahead and say thank you to Cami and Renikai for doing our tracking in the background. Thank you again to kennedij at Saber for one heck of a race, and of course, thank you to barbecue.gov for hanging out for the last 2 hours and like 20 some odd minutes.
Then thank you, CD, for providing great commentary. But this was a roller coaster. It was certainly entertaining, but yeah, we ended up with a very interesting ending. So, thank you as always, and thank you to Cami and Renkai for doing the tracking and for everyone behind the scenes. This has been a fun race, and we have more races on the schedule for week 4 of the Swiss portion of the All Boards No Swords tournament. So please feel free to check out the schedule for several races tomorrow, as well as at least 2 races on Friday on the various SpeedGaming channels. So please be sure to tune back in for those. On behalf of CD Improv, Cami and Renkai, and everyone behind the scenes, thank you very much for watching. We will see you next time. Have a great evening.